you're the redneck and I'm apparently the reject.
Yeah, yeah, yes. You probably need to speak into your microphone a little.
Like this?
Yeah, that's look a little better. Yeah, that makes you look better too. Hide your face a little bit.
Oh yeah, you got a face for radio yourself.
So this is the new YouTube slash podcast slash. We really don't know what we're doing, but we're going to figure this out. And so we decided to start this to discuss just a little bit of everything. So Carl's going to teach us some about finances and crypto.
Yeah. My vast experience.
But mainly it's about where our fun and failures collide, right?
Yeah, fun and failures
somewhere in
collide. That's
outer
right.
space.
Yes, yes. So, start off. I had a little qualm this morning. Went to the gym.
I've been by there before. In like a truck. I was driving right by it.
You probably need to speak into the microphone a little better. So, went to the gym and found out that my cell phone didn't work.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
That was messed up.
Happened to me too. SOS.
SOS. What the heck is SOS? Can't call 911? That's what they say?
Well, I saw a post later that said, had a picture for people like me. It said, you need to turn your cellular Wi-Fi calls on, right?
Yeah.
Switch. And then I got a phone call. It was awesome.
I thought that was going in a different direction when you said that.
That's not for this episode.
I
right?
thought you were going to say fat kids need to eat cake.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So what you got? What did you figure out? Did you ever figure out why we only had SOS?
No,
Mine came back. Supposedly it's a cyber attack.
I'm sure it is. They want to know who you've been talking to.
You think China?
Oh, I'm scared.
Yeah. May need to stay out of that one a little bit.
Yeah. They're probably listening to us right now.
Right now.
On your phone, on Facebook, it's going to say, China does this to the cyber attack now, because you said that. You know,
What is the deal with the sunglasses, by the way?
This is my normal stuff.
Oh.
He just needs a foil hat to go along with
Oh,
it.
it's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is everyday life
Yeah,
for you.
Coach Prime sent me these.
Okay.
You know?
Y'all are buddies.
Yeah, we coming.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it says on the side.
Okay. All
That's an
right.
extra $2.
All right. Okay. Well,
You jealous, ain't you?
just a little bit.
They make some gold ones. I ran out of. You can only do 4 easy payments, so I could only get one. Yeah, I can only get one set of sunglasses. But once I get these paid for, you can get some gold ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can only get the gold ones if you buy the black ones first.
No, you just can't have more money than I did.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Good.
Yeah, I'm glad they're paying off. They look good.
They kind of make your face look fat.
No, my face looks fat.
The Reese's are doing that to him.
Why did we invite Carl?
Carl's a man.
He ain't got but one leg, but he makes up for it.
He
That's
makes
right.
it for another
He
one.
does.
Yeah. What you looking at?
Who's looking?
Oh, okay.
What you looking at?
I was just wondering if you was going to tell us something.
Why am I wearing long sleeves and you got on shorts and short sleeves? You're the only freak in here with shorts and short
It
sleeves.
was a little cold today too. Yesterday got me.
Well,
It was nice weather, and I
It
was
got you?
like, yeah, I
Did you
was
call-
like, we are ready to go.
Did you call somebody?
It is flip flop. Well, not this morning. I
Did they
didn't.
call the police?
If
If you got
He couldn't use his cell phone.
Yeah. Dang, SOS got me.
yesterday got you. Today you got this morning. Oh,
Yeah,
you know any police officers?
I do.
You might want to call them.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't let me. You couldn't even call 911.
Well, enough of that gibberish.
All right.
Tell them who you are, so what you do.
All
Don't-
right.
don't have
So
a dress.
I am what I consider an everyday flunky, general real estate investor slash entrepreneur as far as looking for any type of investment. So that's what I do on a daily basis, and I hang out with some pretty cool guys every once in a while.
So, do you do anything in particular? Are you in any one segment over the other?
The majority of what I do is going to be single family. I dabble
Real
in
estate.
real estate, and I dabble in some multifamily real estate, and some commercial stuff like mini storages.
Okay.
Any other investments you do?
Yeah, so I do crypto investing.
We know we're going to talk about crypto.
Love it, man.
It's just every conversation.
Third phase
You
of,
gotta-
of investing right
It's
there.
the fourth phase of the apocalypse.
I do some Forex trading, even though I didn't do well in one. I'm trying another.
He sold the second half of his. He was wearing pants, but he had to sell the second half because of the Forex trading wearing his pants.
Exactly.
Look, investments are risky, okay?
What do they say when you get like a new investment, like IRA? Past performance does not predict guarantee future results or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes that's real.
Yeah, absolutely. It's real. So what do you do, Brandon?
I own a shoe store, shoecountrywarehouse.com, and I'm also in real estate. We started out buying some little houses that we rent, and we got into some multifamily and realized we liked the little houses better. Multifamily is for like a company that has lots of employees that's way smarter than me. They can do multifamily, but I like the little houses better. Now I'm starting to flip.
It's not harder to be smarter than him.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Okay. Well, maybe he's right, but I still look cooler with my Coach Prime sunglasses. And then we just work really hard. If you're in the shoe business, you work all the hours, and then, Saturdays is just a normal part of the schedule. People go, "You work Saturdays, and don't you have kids?" It's like, yeah, but we're either in this business or out of it pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's a family business, right?
And then the real estate's kind of the side gig. You're full time. I'm part time, but it's just fun. It's fun to go in, and what I get out of real estate is the process of taking a property that nobody wants to live in, or somebody might have just exited badly, whatever scenario is, and then we go in and just totally make it look. You can dream for 3 or 4 days over the weekend, and we're gonna fix this. We're gonna totally demo this. We're gonna get a new kitchen, and it's just fun to watch it. And but the TV shows lie to you. At least I didn't get the talent. If it does not lie to you, because none of these houses have ever spoke to me. They talk about what you gonna paint the colors. There's like this blonde model girl on there, and she's like, "Well, I got to review it, and we're gonna see what speaks to me. These colors." And I've never walked in a house and
You didn't hear the walls speaking to you?
don't speak. It's just gonna be gray every time. It's gonna be the same gray we painted the last house, and it's pretty well. You can tell my houses, they kind of look the same. So, but we buy them. I'm in the flipping business now. So, what about you, Carl? What do you do?
I take care of all of Sean's property management, his bookkeeping, try to keep him in line. And along the way, I have fun and enjoy myself, do some leadership stuff on the side as well. Really enjoy that. Really love encouraging people and serving people.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah,
That's
Carl's the educated talent in here, by the way.
Yeah, you can't see him yet for a purpose.
Right. That radio face.
There ain't enough room on his couch, unfortunately.
They call it a love seat for a reason.
Hold up.
Valentine's already passed. All right.
So what's the deal? Tell us about the Maxwell stuff.
Well, basically just do like masterminds, try to help people raise their leadership level. John talks about a leadership lid, and my thing is trying to raise those leadership lids in different people. Sean, your contractor, I try to help him expand his leadership lid and try to get him to put that into effect into his business. Mm-hmm. Therefore, hopefully to turn out better employees and then be more efficient when he's working for you and doing the stuff for Brandon that he does as well.
Well, I think that's very nice of you to say that, but you're so over the top with your words. People like me you didn't tell me nothing, really. So tell them about the masterminds, because that's really I think the meat and potatoes there is the magic that makes it work to me is you do some kind of own growing group session or something.
Yeah. So it's
us
like
about
we take a book or a subject of leadership, whatever, subject you want to really dive into, and then we discuss it. Everybody has a different viewpoint, and it doesn't necessarily mean that, everybody's right and everybody's wrong. It's just we take it and we, grow off of each other. We learn from each other. and we discuss those principles, and then we work on those principles to make ourselves better in those areas.
Well, I think what's cool about that, we did one 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
I was part of it, and is like there's different people in the group. Other than I'm obviously a retailer, shoe store owner. Sean, if you're in the group, you're the real estate chair basically, and usually there's a banker and a realtor and different
Absolutely.
people. Somebody runs a factory and somebody does yard maintenance, and
Somebody does construction
we have the same problems.
right.
Every business has kind of parallels, right?
Exactly.
But you don't really go after the parallels. You go after the high level.
Thoughts and solutions.
Right. So it's pretty empowering stuff.
It is.
Yeah. 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 More empowering than I need sometimes.
Yeah, didn't you sign up for one recently?
Let's not even go there. That was a bad financial
So
decision.
was that one worse? If you say that was an investment, let's just be nice. 'Cause
Yeah.
your wife made
It
this.
is an
That
investment.
was an investment. Was that a worse investment than the first Forex trading? Or?
No, it was substantially better. As a matter of fact, I think Carl keyed in on that this morning today and said, hey, don't you have a call today?
I did.
So
Carl, you're not taking the call for him?
he is holding me accountable
That's
to
his,
that.
his personal investment. And that's my part, is to hold him accountable.
Well, we got a really fun thing that to tell you about Carl. He only has one leg. I'm looking at a right sneaker and no left sneaker. And when I first met him, I was just, I was sad. And he's a really bright guy. And then I realized it didn't affect his ability to do anything. He does stuff better than I do, better than Sean does every minute. More if you got him on the phone, he's more professional.
Yeah.
He gets it done faster sometimes. I mean, like, it's incredible at his ability. And then the sickest thing that ever happened, Sean made this joke about, I don't remember what it was, but it was just a backhanded, like, this dude, look at this dude has a one leg or something. And Carl just about fell out laughing. And I was like, this is the sickest moment of my life. I went from this sad emotion to this real proud emotion that he's doing an excellent job. He'd be great on anybody's team. He's obviously a leader in what he does. And then you make this sick joke. And I was like, he just belittled him a little bit. And then Carl just makes fun of it. And so now I made a joke the other day and I regret it. I apologize, Carl.
No, man. It's all part of it. It's fun. I mean, the only thing that you need to apologize about is I don't get to buy one, get one off. I mean, you don't give me any kind of discounts
He
at
don't
that shoe
get the
store.
single shoe discount. That's
Yeah.
kind of messed up.
It's a 5 total
We need to
discount.
discuss this after
No,
the
Coach Prime don't have all of it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It never affected him.
Nope.
But anyways,
It affects my pocketbook, though.
yeah, you got way more brain cells.
Well,
than I
he
do.
needed a discount. Where's his discount at? I mean, can you not send
I don't
one
need a
back?
5-finger discount. I need a 5-toe discount.
No speaking English.
Oh,
Well, I tell you what, Carl, you're a leader, man. My hat's off to you. But he's got something that he hadn't told y'all about yet is part of this podcast, the Rednecks and Rejects. He is going to end the show, and it's especially for him. It's called The Last Leg of the Show.
last leg.
It's going
of
to
the
be
show.
his segment.
Yep.
And we don't know what's going to happen, do we?
We don't.
It's going to happen one leg at a time.
It's,
One hop at a time.
oh me. So,
What's going on?
well, you kind of losing it a little
You
bit.
said yesterday you said something about Blackstone, some news about.
Yeah. What the heck? Did you hear about that?
Aren't they a real estate company?
No, they're not a real
What are
estate
they?
company.
Security?
Blackstone is
They own a
a
lot of-
holdings company.
Okay.
So they buy businesses. They buy all kinds of various
But
stuff.
huge, like global,
Big boys.
big, yeah.
Yeah.
Like people that we follow on podcasts and real estate sell to Blackstone.
What? But the question is, I heard they bought Epstein's Island.
Imagine that.
Now, why
I bet that's
is a holdings company buying Epstein's Island?
because of the perks. It comes with a lot of perks.
That is not a perk, Brandon.
It's probably not appropriate.
No, that is not.
We ain't sure the rating of this podcast just yet.
The question is, for real, like, doesn't that have some bad mojo there?
Yeah. Why would you want to buy something that has that kind of publicity to it?
I don't know.
Do y'all think they bought it at the top of the market or the bottom of the market?
Probably scraping the barrel.
Well, based on crypto, we're in the bull market right now.
Are we?
We're in the bull market.
What does that mean?
That means it's starting to run. You got the bear market, which is going down, and you got the bull market where she's riding up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now time to buy.
You're a touch late, actually. You're supposed to buy in the bear.
Why do you tell me?
I've told you.
I had $80. How much does it cost?
On some of those, you
They-
actually probably could have hit a lick on $80. Yeah.
They allow you to make payments.
It's still going though. Don't be scared.
Can I make payments
To me?
to the crypto?
Yeah, I'll do it for you. Just give me the money.
Just give them the password to the bank
Is it the
account.
best ROI you have, crypto, or is what do you think for the short term?
Well, I would say the best ROI is going to be my real estate, even though people say that is a stable type of investment. Okay. It's a stable investment because your ROI generally on real estate in a normal way and normal investors do it, is, a standard normal real estate ROI. The difference is the way I do real estate, I get an infinite ROI.
Yeah, because you're using other people's money,
Don't tell people that.
like the people on Bigger Pockets. Or somebody says.
Does Bigger Pockets talk about that?
Yeah, they used to when I was listening to them.
You got to have your mouth in the microphone.
They used to when I was listening to them. If he said it one more again, y'all.
I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah. How many podcasts you been on?
Look. I've been on a few.
Yes.
You're on the one with Steve Chang.
That's right.
Is that his name?
Trang.
Trang.
Yes.
So he's very popular.
Very educated.
Yeah, he's
Very
very
smart man.
straightforward too.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Well, this is my first one.
my best ROI is going to be real estate.
Yeah.
Um,
Even for the short term.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's also the Forex trading, which is a really good ROI.
Yeah.
Right now, it's averaging
So Forex is different than crypto.
100%. Yes.
Explain that to us.
Forex is trading on the foreign exchange market. It's usually doing commodities.
But it's not easy to get into. You got to put it in a boat. It's got to go to another currency and go over to Africa, and then it comes. Then you got to trade it in another form or something. Tell us about that.
No. So you got to be careful, and I would not tell people to get into Forex trading because most people get wrecked, me included, right? But basically, a robot does the trading for you in the system that I'm in.
Is that good or bad?
It's yet to be seen.
Do you get to tell the robot what to trade?
No.
No.
So really, you got a disadvantage from the beginning because you're not a robot.
The problem is there's middlemen, right?
Yeah.
So anything in business, when there's middlemen, there's problems.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
More middleman, more problems.
More middlemen, more problems. You
Yeah.
have other middlemen; they control and they control your finances. Then they control you.
So why would somebody get in that if they knew? Well, let's tell them the positive side because right now it don't sound too good.
Yeah. So the positive side is you generally can get anywhere from 4 to 8% on your money compounded.
Like weekly.
It's going to be monthly.
Monthly?
You can go up to, they're shooting for 12 right now. So we'll see if 12 hits it. But, so if you're getting 12% compounded monthly, if you understand compounding interest, which is very hard to understand, but you do know it's the
12 months a year, right?
it's the eighth wonder of the world,
I don't know.
compounding interest. I'm pretty
I
sure.
gotta ask my friend Google.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. So you think about that, and you're compounding that at 8 to 12% monthly, and you put 20 grand in. What does that make you in a year?
Yeah, more than 20 grand.
Way more. Yeah. So
10% is $2,000, right? For round numbers.
yeah,
So
So-
it's $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month on 20 grand.
Yeah. So I can do the math on my phone, but
Yeah.
for
But then that goes up every month because you're adding that $2,000
Oh,
back in
that's
there.
right.
Agreed,
yeah,
because it's compounding. That's
yeah,
right.
that's quick. You can do that on 20 grand.
Yeah, I'm in on 20 grand on one right now.
Carl, can I borrow 20 grand?
You're asking the wrong person.
So, it just depends on your investments. Most of them, again, are just extremely risky. And crypto is another one where I would tell you that you got to be okay throwing your money away. That's the truth.
That's why I like real estate. I just really went in through the back door too. I didn't know anything, and
went in through the back door.
I went in. Just didn't. I paid a lot for the house, according to you, and
Still pays a lot for a house.
overspent way too much on the house. Right? And I thought it was good. It still is.
Well, let's talk about this for a minute.
You still have the house?
Yeah.
You still renting it out?
Yes, sir.
Still bringing you an income?
It only goes up. Like it's
All right.
wonderful.
Sounds
wonderful
good to
deal.
me.
Yeah, I've had the one house since 2017, and then luckily the realtor, knew that they acted like they were holding one for somebody like me that needed to learn the business, and it just needed a little. It was like what you'd call a turnkey.
Yeah.
I think we spent $5,000 to get paint, and I think they just fixed a few doorknobs and a few light bulbs, and it was ready to go. And it rented back then, and I believe it was. I couldn't believe it because I never paid that kind of rent. I paid $500 in college a month, and I paid maybe $750, and the first rental I ever had was like $1,200. I was like, $1,200? They gonna pay that? In Mississippi, and they did, and it just goes up and up and up and up, and it's right at about $1,400 today. That one, and I think that's below market value, right? That's not $1,400 is like a pretty good number.
People listening in California would fall out of their chair.
Yeah,
at
they're
that.
like, it's not 5,000,
Right.
But in the South, we're in the Southeast, right? So it $1,400 is kind of what it rents for. But
Yeah.
that house bought another house. This is what they don't tell you in real estate: is it's really hard to get one. It's pretty equally hard to get two, but because there's a learning curve in every house. But the second one, the first one was 2017, rocked on in 2018, 2019. But what they didn't tell me was how much the value of the house increased.
Right.
And it went way up in that cycle that we were in. That house, I had enough equity. I put that up for collateral to buy the second house. And that house, I still have that house too. It's a very good house. And we made a joke. The realtor made a joke and said, yeah, this house is going to rent for $1,200 a month like your other one. It was not half the house. That was a big joke. Probably really should be maybe $800 a month or something. And sure enough, today, it's pretty close to it. Yeah, it's pretty close.
So the first house I bought for a rental, I actually bought on a lease option purchase.
What is that? What's a lease option purchase?
So,
Let me think. You lease it for
with
a
the
fee,
option to purchase it,
with the option to buy it, right?
and when
Exactly what it
make my payments go towards the principal. Okay, a certain percent of them
remember the
minus
number?
their interest. I don't. I wish I could. I should write this stuff down.
says. No.
And then in my contract or my lease option purchase, I had the ability to assign my lease to someone else.
Wow.
And so
Was that on your contract? You put that in there?
yes.
Oh, you were already smart.
And so I then released it to someone else, and I made a couple $100 in between and had no expenses, no payments, no anything.
Wow. That's incredible.
That was my first rental.
That was your first rental. You call that a rental?
Yeah.
That was like a flip inside a rental, wasn't it?
And you took no risk.
No risk. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
don't need money. You don't even need credit for that.
I didn't need anything.
You just need to know how to.
Negotiate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yep.
Well, none of mine have been like that. I've been paying a lot more than you pay, and put some more in them
Yeah.
than you put in them. So.
Yeah. Did a few. There's also a couple called a sublease, or what is it called? I haven't done them in so long now. But basically, what you do is you sublet it from someone else. So what happens is, let's say someone has a rental, okay, and they're tired of managing it. So then what you do is you set up a deal with them where you basically sublet that from them, and then you can put your own tenant in there, and then that tenant pays you, and then you pay
The
the
sublet
landowner.
price.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Man, that's a lot of things you can do with real estate. You don't even know.
it really is. Yeah,
I had this one guy try to sell me the house. He was the middleman. He went and got you know who he is, a local guy. Does a lot of deals. We have fun with him all the time. But he tried to he had a house under contract for a number. Let's say it was $50,000, and he's trying to sell it to me for $80,000.
yeah. He's trying to wholesale it.
And then the deal didn't work because he couldn't find anybody that would close it. And he had one guy in town that would close his attorney, and then he was like, he came clean. He's like, all right, man, here's the deal. I need you to buy this house for $50,000. I need you to write me a check for the difference. And then the bank was like, he's making more money than the realtor. He's like, we can't do this shady between the bank and I think it was the closing attorney. He's like, we ain't doing this deal.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I would have done that deal. Because it's a good house for the value. You know, always the numbers add up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that what you always say?
As long as the numbers work.
As
Yeah.
long as the numbers work.
That's right.
It's all about the numbers.
That's right.
Well,
That's
I
right.
got a son that matters a lot to me, and we have a sponsor, and he wanted to talk about. He said, "Daddy, I got to get on the podcast." And anyways, he wanted to get on the podcast. I'm gonna show y'all. I just recorded it because he's funny, the little guy. Let's see if I can make this play.
You gotta. Yeah. That was horrible.
That's the wrong one.
What was it?
ShoeCountryWarehouse.com.
Guys, old lady voice. The guy do his 80-year-old lady voice.
ShoeCountryWarehouse.com.
That's Carter. He's 5. That's his first podcast too.
All right. Cool.
So
Little plug in there for Shoe Country Warehouse.
As a matter of fact, last night, seen him at church, and I gave them, I believe it was a Christmas gift.
church is a good place for you to go.
You're exactly right. I believe it was a Christmas gift. I can't remember 100%. It was either Christmas, birthday, maybe it was just a gift.
Mm-hmm.
But I got him pocket knives, him and his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. He's like, hey, he's got like that, he's obviously he's a cowboy or something. Yeah, hey, y'all doing good? Yeah, I'm like, these kids are 5 and 10, like I get them home from school and they're like, how'd your day go? Good. That's all I get. And he's like, y'all doing good? It's like, okay, I guess they just look at him like, are you crazy? And then he goes, I got you something. He gives the 5-year-old, not the 10-year-old, not me, a pocket knife. And he goes, oh, good. I always wanted one of these.
He did. He was excited. He wanted him a pocket knife.
Every young boy needs a pocket knife.
100%.
It was pretty sharp, too.
It wasn't that
It
sharp.
had some holes in the side. It was cool. It was new and fresh.
Well,
Good pocket knife.
I mean, he'll only cut himself one time.
He learns real quick.
He'll learn real quick.
It is not that hard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was 10, I was cutting paper and I missed and cut my finger and I was bleeding. So I guess you're right. It is one time, one and done with those pocket knives. But I was 10. Again, I was not 5.
5's fine.
Maybe
5's
you
fine.
shouldn't give pocket knives to a 5-year-old. There's a few boundaries out there.
That's subjective, depending on who you talk to. Oh, me. So, your mom's cat died, huh?
Yes. I got 2 cat stories. You want both of them this time? or you
No,
want
just
to
give
say
me one right now.
Well, last night, my wife's telling me this, and I was like, all right, this is my mom, who's naturally funny because she's half crazy like me, and she's full crazy, though. And but I guess where I get it from is a natural ability we have. And she's by herself, and she has this cat, and I'm not going to tell the story right. No way, because it wasn't even in the story, but it was just so funny. And so her cat died sometime back in November. She's telling us this story last Friday.
She's hurt.
Like it was, yeah, I guess I hadn't thought about that. November, December, January, February.
She's hurting, man.
She's still talking about the cat.
Yeah.
You making me feel bad. So anyways, her cat died. And my mom, she's by herself, and she's a nice lady, and she's a pretty tough lady now. She knows how to do things. And we had this garden, and this huge garden. I mean, like, imagine the whole back of your yard, the garden. And they had this garden, and she decided she's going to bury the cat in the garden. Well, sometimes if you haven't used a shovel, maybe 20 years or 5, she went and decided she's going to dig a hole for this cat. Well, this cat, obviously, when she found it, had been dead for a while because it was wintertime. And she said the legs were straight out, like it was frozen or something, like it had already been, stuffed.
Had
or
rigor
something.
mortis.
So what?
Rigor mortis.
What is that?
That's what it had.
That's what he had. When you die, your limbs become stiff.
I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
I got so much Mountain Dew in me. It's like and I won't ever be still.
You're just gonna squish like a pancake.
So she goes and bears this cat, and she picks the garden, which is a little gross to me because you got like a watermelon over here, and we're gonna put Fluffy over here, 2 feet away. And anyways, she digs this cat, and she said, "What the only problem was, I didn't get the hole deep enough."
Oh no.
And we was going into the garden, and I looked out there, and Fluffy's feet were sticking up out of the ground.
Poor Fluffy.
I wonder if they had some
That's terrible.
cross pollination in those watermelons.
She may have had a fluffy watermelon.
But anyways, and then you think about like, how deep was the hole? Why didn't she turn it sideways? How big was Fluffy? A lot of thoughts in there, but I understand the garden thing because it's already tilled up. It's already, it's not hard ground. So, but anyways, that's funny. My mom does funny stuff. We roll with punches, man. Nobody like her either.
So you're saying to me that when I see your mother, I don't need to ask her if she got a fluffy watermelon this year.
I just wouldn't ask how the cat was going.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, it looks like we're at the last leg of the show here.
well, almost.
Almost. What
There's
you got?
somebody that really wanted to be here that you don't even know. There's this celebrity guy. He's dear to my heart, and he's been with us a long time, and he comes and goes when he comes through town. And he was going to be here, but he couldn't make it. So he sent us this, and he just it's just his, way of being nice to us. So I want to share this with y'all real quick.
We need to be able to edit.
As I live and breathe, this is your old friend Colonel Billy coming to you from west of the Pecos River in Fort Stockton, Texas.
Who is it?
I wish I could be there with you on your historic first podcast, but gotta be honest with you, Colonel Billy doesn't really know much about podcasting. What I know about is prospecting for oil, which I'm doing right now, along with a little wildcatting, a little tomcatting, and of course, still looking for the best boots west of the Pecos, because I know the best boots east of the Pecos are right there at Shoe
Oh, my
Country
gosh, boy.
Warehouse.
Now you know who it is.
Good luck, gentlemen. Hope to hear from you in the near future.
So when he gets back in town, maybe we can bring him on.
As long as you don't do plugs, we're good.
Colonel Billy got it going on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Carl, what you got for us?
Man, I'm going to shift gears just a little bit, talking about return on investments and investing in different things, and pulling out my leadership a little bit. I think people is the best return on investments that we can make when we invest in people. I know, Sean, you took a chance on me, didn't even know me. You're taking a word on another guy, 4 or 5 years ago. And I tell you, it's been one wild ride. The last 4 to 5 years, we've experienced a lot together.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of crazy things. Met a lot of crazy people.
Why are you pointing at me? And what's funny is you've been with Sean 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been with Sean for like a single day, and there's 13 things that happened that never happened before. I mean,
Right?
you've been aging on us, haven't you, Carl?
Yeah, I have. It's been some great stories, but being serious. So, investing in people, when we invest in people and we give them the best of us, then that return on investment, we may not see it, but it'll return on somebody else. And just got to say that the investment that you've given into me, Sean, and you, Brandon, being involved in the masterminds, the things that I've learned. You made a point earlier, Brandon, when you said that we all have the same type of problems. That is one of the things that hit me the biggest whenever I started doing the masterminds with y'all. It's like I'm looking at, there's this Brandon Davis guy that owns Shoe Country Warehouse, and then there's this other guy that part of a huge construction company out in Fulton, and then Sean with all of his real estate. And I'm thinking, where do I fit in the mix of all this? But I realized that everybody has the same problems. Everybody has the same issues. And when we invest in people, we bring the best out in them. So I just appreciate y'all. I want to say thank y'all for making that investment in me.
Well, that's incredible. We were all in the same mastermind at one time,
It was.
and then Carl became a fruit from that. He was produced from that.
Yep.
And now he is a big leader in this area for multiple things.
Well, and what you say too, Carl, is people investing in you, but the amount of investment that you've had in me has drastically changed a lot of my perspective and mindset as well. So thank you.
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
So, all right.
Well, that's incredible, Carl. That's a nice way to. That's the last leg of the show, isn't it?
That's
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. Took it from funny to serious for a minute.
Well, I forgot about I wanted to do this. It's just too important not to do it.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a little 30-second scripture of the day, and if you're wearing Coach Prime sunglasses, you can't see your phone. And but it's in I'm gonna butcher it. It's in Malachi 3:10. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. And here's the whole point. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it. So the thing that I was talking to a guy today that has big business, big guy, big national guy, and I just happened to say this in more of it just kind of came up, and I said, when you talk about goals and you talk about success or failures, and there's a lot of failures, you almost fail your way to success, it seems like.
Yeah.
And I said, but if you hadn't tithed, it's almost all in vain, because that in the Old Testament it talks about 10%, because we have legal minds, we try to put everything in a box, but the New Testament, it just exemplifies everything in the Old Testament.
Yep.
It doesn't say 10%, So,
Right.
So there's a lot of, but the whole thing is, the whole point of this is that it's the only place in the Bible that God says, test me in these ways. I will bless you beyond measure. Is another way that it's said. And I've been doing that since I was a little boy, and I've never had skills other than a mouth that half
Don't
of that
quit.
is edited. I wish we had an edit button when I was 15. And some of my teachers will hear this one day and be like, amen. Well,
All right.
that was the
That's
first
it.
one, y'all.
Yep. Appreciate
All
you guys.
downhill from here.
Thanks for watching. If you watch the whole thing and you're hearing this, you are awesome. So like, subscribe. Oh, by the way, this is on my personal page right now because we had technical difficulties on our Facebook group, but the Facebook page is Rednecks and Rejects. So check us out.